There's been a product right under our noses for years that can do this to dirt, and it's not a SNOWFOAM. Keep watching to find out more. When I say a product, it's more of the product, Citrus based degreasers, and I've got two of the best products available, not only in terms of price, but also on cleaning power. And I've also got my own white BMW with a month's worth of winter road salt actually turning it brown as a test for these products. So I'm going to run just 4 wash tests to see if one product is better than the other. And the battle will be between Autoglanz Spritzer and Shiny Garage citrus oil. So these two bottles are new to me and both purchased by me, if that makes any difference to how you perceive these types of comparisons or reviews. The Shiny Garage bottles got a little bit of battle scarring on it as it leaked during delivery, and well, all I can say is PPE is most definitely advised while dealing with any chemicals, more so around extremely concentrated ones. So the first test will be using 25 millilitres of product mixed into a total solution of 500 millilitres, that's a 19:1 dilution in cold water. Each of them will then be sprayed onto the panel using the exact same tall coat spray triggers for consistency. Both will be applied at the same time and left to dwell for 5 minutes. There will then be a free flowing water rinse followed by a power rinse, then finally the good old swipe test to compare the results. Let's get into it. In case you can't tell, the Autoglanz Spritzer is on your left side of the screen and Shiny Garage citrus oil is on the right. Initially I was going to leave it with just 8 sprays, but that's barely sprayed 10 millilitres of product there, so I'm going to take each sprayer and just continue equal spraying to cover the respective edges of the door. Don't worry if you think the results will already be flawed due to one side being dirtier than the other. I'll reverse the order on the other side for a more balanced and equal test. There's no manipulating results here at GMDetails, you know. The 5 minutes has been sped up here to spare you the boredom of watching a cleaning product dwell, with neither of them reacting with anything of interest to show, which I was quite surprised about. And on the free flowing water rinse, again I did expect something to happen here, but nothing is budging. Let's see if the pressure wash spray will do anything to it. Just a reminder that this was before and this was after, so both have done an excellent job here on each side of the door, with the control section being in the middle, still containing the heaviest dirt. Remember, there's only been about 20 to 30 millilitres of product on each side applied here, so the results on this 5-week-old ingrained dirt are actually quite impressive. If I just do the swipe test to see the Shiny Garage citrus oil on the right, the control in the centre and the Autoglanz Spritzer on the left. All three do still have dirt on them, which is only to be expected for this level of thick grime, and as the dirtiest part of the door is beside the wheel, that's still the second dirtiest swab, so although it hasn't annihilated all the dirt in one go, you can always reapply and try and remove more on a second pass. Remember, this stage is the most crucial, trying to get as much dirt off before a contact wash, so I'll definitely be having another go at knocking off some more of the dirt before I go in with the contact wash myself. The second test will be similar to the first test, this time with warm water and changing the spray triggers to Canyon to see if that makes any difference. The same 5-minute dwell time and the same rinsing as before. I'll really try and cut as much of the boring bits out as I possibly can, as there's not much to see in a spray-on product dwelling. I think we just go nuts when SNOWFOAM slowly drips off the car. It's fascinating, but not this. Let's wind on 5 minutes and get this rinsed off. So just as before, nothing at all is happening with the free-flowing water rinse, so it seems that using this method isn't going to suit anyone who doesn't have a pressure washer using either of these chemicals. Let's see if the pressure rinse does any better. It's a little patchy, but probably more to do with the spray trigger application rather than the chemicals. This method has really been left behind for the likes of the IK sprayers or even a 5 litre garden fence sprayer. It's fantastic for applying a Citrus Prewash, but you could easily spray your way through 2 litres, 3 litres of product using one of these things. Let's move on now and get the makeup pads out for the swipe test. So on this side it's worse, I think, and that is with warm water too. That's supposed to activate some of the hydrogen atoms to help with cleaning power, but they must have been quite lazy that day because this isn't the best I've seen these chemicals perform. But it also goes to show that you won't necessarily get the same results every time. Earlier on I said that you won't get manipulated results here on GMDetails. Well, I'm about to show you how it's done. The pour test. So this is around 250 millilitres of the same solution as the doors, simply poured over an area and left to dwell. The first one on the left is Shiny Garage, followed by Autoglanz on the right, innocent enough until you see the results. Using a sprayer, you're unlikely to spray 250 millilitres of product on the same area, as you'd need about 5 or 10 litres of solution to go around your car. So as you can see, both chemicals have performed admirably at the exact same dilution of 19:1, but the only difference was the greater volume of product concentrated on a smaller area influences the results that you might expect. Alright, so this is the last test of cleaning ability, so trying to separate these two has been almost impossible. I'll talk about prices soon, but I'm sure you're all eager to see how these products will perform on this level of ingrained dirt from 5 weeks of commuting on salt and grit roads in winter. There's an equal distribution of grime across the rear end, so on the left side we're applying Autoglanz Spritzer and the right side is Shiny Garage Citrus Oil. Both applied still at the same dilution of 19:1, which is 50 millilitres of product, topped off with 950 millilitres of water. Both products being delivered with equal performing SNOWFOAM lances. That means both have the same draw rate from the bottle, so both are applying the exact same amount of the product. That's quite important. When both products are applied this way, you can see how much foam these products have to offer. And with foam like this comes the ability to soak and dwell, wetting the dirt, getting deep down into the grime and dislodging it from its hold on the car, something that a lot of SNOWFOAMs can't manage because they're either too foamy and create a dry foam which looks thick and creamy but won't have the same wetting ability. And the longer I'm speaking about it, you can see the Shiny Garage side on the right just has that slight advantage of clinging longer and wetter than the Autoglanz side. Something that's maybe worth pointing out is that although both these products are citrus based, they're not acidic like an orange or a lemon, but actually alkaline, with Spritzer being non-caustic where Shiny Garage Citrus Oil is caustic. Not strongly, but it's worthy of taking note if you prefer to use one over another type. So with the magic of editing, let's wind on a few minutes to see what rinsing off these chemicals reveals. To start off with, I'm holding the pressure washer gun quite far away from the car, and you might just see on your right side that the top of the boot lid has become slightly cleaner than the left side, so that's a win there for Shiny Garage. Moving down to the rest of the grime, and it looks as though the Shiny Garage side is very slightly cleaner than the Spritzer side, but not by much really. Let's see what happens when I go a little bit closer to the dirt, making the pressure force under the dirt. I don't think there's going to be much more dirt I can take off there, and if you try not to concentrate on the centre control area, I'd say both have cleaned off about the same amount of grime. Now, concentration wise, this wasn't the highest it can be used, so there was every possibility that if I'd used more, it's almost certain I'd take off more grime in one hit, but this is where the process is handed over to you. You'll have to decide which is best. A more diluted chemical which protects the wax or sealant you have protecting your paint, or go full on for more maximum impact, which could result in having to reapply your wax or sealant more often. I think personally I'd rather go for the softly approach and give the pre-wash a second hit to remove a bit more grime before a contact wash. I know these chemicals are capable of so much more, as on a different day using Shiny Garage at the same 19:1 dilution, this was the result of the rinse. So results may vary each time you clean your car. So as far as product testing goes, it's not about just how it performs on the day of filming. If I was to choose only one product, it would still have to be the Autoglanz Spritzer for me, not because it's £1 cheaper per litre, but because it's non-caustic and it's certainly more obtainable, as it's incredibly difficult to get a hold of citrus oil, where there's lots of your favourite retailers stocking Autoglanz, and you're supporting local too, I suppose. I hope you found the video quite helpful. If you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments below if you use Citrus Prewash already, a SNOWFOAM or a combination of the two. What works best for you? I'm off now to finish the rest of the car now, so I'll leave you to think about which one you'd like to try. Thanks for watching, see you all again soon for another video. Until then, happy detailing.